Hi boys and girls, Miss Walker here, and I am the music teacher to over 300 of our grade 2 students at the DDSB at Home campus, and I have something really exciting in store for you today, so stay tuned. I have the pleasure of interviewing Elliot Dvorin, who is the director and the founder of the Keto Orchestra. So let me share a little bit about how I found Elliot and the Keto Orchestra. So I was trying to find something for Campus Connect where we could celebrate and honor Hanukkah. And I wanted to get the kids up and moving. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go and find a video on YouTube. And voila, this video shows up at the top of the screen with like millions of views. And I'm like, this is the one. And I just knew as soon as I saw it that, oh yeah, the kids are going to love this. We're going to get them up and moving. So I took the chance and I reached out to Elliot, who was kind enough to get back to me within hours of my email and agreed not only to let us share the video, but to do a little interview with me. So I know that the parents and the children of Campus Connect would want me to give Elliot a huge welcome. So welcome, Elliot. And thank you so much. So I want to actually share a little bit with our kids and families and homes that I did a little research on the Keto Orchestra. And I discovered a statement, which I would like to share with the campus kids. And it reads, the Keto Orchestra takes a positive approach to make the world a happier place through uplifting songs, meaningful messages, and timeless melodies. Our videos have been watched millions of times by people from all around the globe. I love this statement, Elliot. So as the founder and the director, tell us what inspired you to use the modern mashup in your Hanukkah YouTube video that blends in a variety of musical genres or styles?
Well, that's a good question. I think I always wanted to do something like that. I wanted to kind of put together the classic Hanukkah songs, but combine it with familiar styles and other melodies and combine it just to give a fresh spin and to link musical styles in a way that maybe wasn't done before, but I always thought that it lended itself to it, and it was something that I just thought was going to be a great idea to promote the Hanukkah music, to promote other styles of music, and to create a project and a production that spoke to all of that. So keeping the mission statement in mind of the uplifting songs and positive messages and bringing happiness and joy to people all over the world, it really seemed like it was something that would be enjoyed by many and something that we can share and that is watched and we're coming up on that time of year where it comes up again and people like to share it with their loved ones. Also interesting to note is that music is a universal language, so you don't necessarily need to know the words or the meaning per se to still have the enjoyment, but it's a feel, it's a sense, and you know, like other feelings, it really speaks to everyone. So I thought that it was a good vehicle to just get that message out there and to create more awareness. You know, we all know the Christmas songs and that comes up, but we want to do something that everyone can relate to and create more awareness and more special musical things for Hanukkah that people can enjoy. So that's where I came from.
That's beautiful, and thank you for teaching me something too. I mean, there's still so much to learn, but to be able to do it in that way, where you are bringing such an eclectic blend together that people can relate to, and you're teaching us something, and we're just all coming together as a community. So that kind of links into my next question, which is what motivated you to create a mashup video, and where did you find all those people to dance?
So what motivated, I guess it's just I wanted to do something, and you know, it's always been an idea, and it was just that the timing was right of being able to actually put it into motion. So it was something that I think it started in the, you know, probably a few years before, just like, oh, this would be nice. I had this idea to combine Sivivon with, you know, the Sing Sing Sing, Benny Goodman's Sing Sing Sing, and I always thought, so if I were to ever do a production like that, I would incorporate it. So I kept gathering these ideas, and it was just finally the right time to put it in motion. So as far as the dancers and the other members that are in it, this is the second video that we did. The first one we actually shot, I think 8 months earlier. It was a different video called Hashem Melech. So it was the same concept of performing in a public square in Chicago. And we incorporated the flash mob element to it. So I had worked with this dance studio and this great choreographer on that production. And then when I decided to put the Hanukkah video together, wanted that same style of, we want the musicians, we want live music, and we want the dance element as well, because we want it to be interesting to the ear, but we also want it to be visually interesting as well. So we want people to be engaged and to watch, and dance obviously is a good expression, a good visual expression that goes along with the music. So I'd already previously worked with that dance group and sent them the music, and we put an arrangement together. We had rehearsals, and the rest is history, I guess. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So can you share how it fits in with the traditions of the Hanukkah season?
From what point of view? Like the lighting of the menorah?
That's a very broad question. So let me just ask this. So if you were to take the elements that were weaved together in the mashup itself, what are some of the elements within that whole package, that whole mashup, that would tie into the Hanukkah celebrations? Like, is there dance? Is there singing? And I know you do in the Hanukkah song, which my concert band every year plays and my choir sings. But just give us a little glimpse into how it all ties in to yourself.
That's a good question. So the obvious, Hanukkah is a joyous time. It's a happy time. Of course, music is uplifting, but I'll go a different direction with this. There's a concept in the holiday of Hanukkah. It's called Persume Nisa, and it means to publicize the miracle, right? It was a miracle of Hanukkah. So Nisa comes from like the word nes. It's a miracle. So Persume Nisa means to publicize the miracle. That's why when we light the menorah, it's supposed to be in the window where people can see it. So you're supposed to advertise and publicize this wonderful thing that happened. So in that theme, I would say, going to a public square in downtown Chicago and basically broadcasting that we're celebrating, we're singing, we're dancing. And I think that's the epitome of the Persume Nisa of the broadcast and the advertising, the miracle of Hanukkah and the celebration of Hanukkah.
Beautiful answer. I'm glad I asked that question.
Yeah, thank you.
So what has been the response so far? And I mean, I know we talked a little bit about this facetiously when we were chatting on the phone about, sometimes you're going to get thumbs down, but I really believe there are people that just go out and go, I'm just going to click thumbs down, and my son being a major super country star has had thousands of thumbs down, but the balance outweighs it with the thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Overall kind of general response from people with the video.
Yeah, overwhelmingly, very positive. People really enjoy it. I get messages all the time thanking me for the music, and I really love getting those messages. It makes me feel good that people find the joy in it and share it with their friends and family. So I get that. So that's the overwhelming response. Of course, because anything on the internet will have its naysayers and its detractors, and people find fault with all sorts of things for various reasons, and that's fine. That's okay. But the obviously overwhelming response is very positive, and you just kind of overlook the other ones and just know that whatever those people are having a bad day, or that robot decided to put the thumbs down. Who knows? We don't really know where they come from, but that's okay. That's in all areas with everything. So we just kind of ignore those.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to be getting a few thousand more from our campus kids. So just to sort of to tie it all together, is there anything that you would like our campus our Campus Connect kids, families, to know that would help us to honor those people who are celebrating Hanukkah, which I believe starts on December the 11th, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
8 days, I think.
Yep, exactly. I think especially this year, things are particularly difficult given the COVID situation, and people aren't able to be there together in person like they have in the past. And I think that creates particular challenges, especially for the holidays, for Hanukkah, where you would ordinarily light the menorah with your family, or you'd have gatherings. So I think this time we have to keep things in perspective and know that this is just a temporary thing, that things will return to normal. We will celebrate like we have in the past, but like with everything, we've had to modify, we've had to adjust, we've had to accommodate, and this is no exception. So the holiday still is coming, and we still need to celebrate, and we need to do what we can. And if other people are having worse times than ourselves, to be there and support one another, however that may be. And these virtual celebrations and being able to connect virtually is a wonderful tool, wonderful vehicle for doing that. And I love what you're doing with this Campus Connect, and that's great. And I think this is an excellent way of keeping connected, even though we may not be physically in the same space, but we're still able to share with one another and celebrate the holiday this year in some form. Some form or another. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, it's interesting because I know that, just an aside, the gifts that you give a gift every day, right? A gift is given every day. So how do you think that those gifts will shift at this point? Because maybe you can't give a physical gift. So I did a little activity with all my grade twos. I wrote a song in the spring during the COVID. My students that were like, I teach K to 8 instrumentals, so I love band stuff. But anyway, and that's the part that I'm missing tremendously right now. But one of the things that I gave to my students was to write them different songs. And I wrote a song called A Little Bit of Yourself. And the project I gave them was to find something that they love to do, whether it's to bake or to create art or poetry or dance, and to give that little piece of themselves away as a gift to someone else, whether it's to send a video. So just curiosity, how do you think that the gifts are going to shift now with Hanukkah because of the fact you can't be close to your family? Do you think that you're going to take it to that different level, if that's making any kind of sense at all?
I think so. I think that you have a lot more of that. I think because people are staying at home, you have a lot more figuring out what people can do and to express themselves in different ways that maybe they haven't in the past, and create musical messages. I know my grandmother just celebrated a birthday, and we couldn't all be there together, but we created these musical messages, and we sent our messages through various media platforms, and that was all put together for one video that we all got to enjoy. But so that was another, a creative way of still coming together for that celebration. It's the same idea that we're doing things that we've never done before, and on a scale that we've never seen before. And I think that's right on point. That to be able to use the platforms that we have and to share whatever makes us happy, and to, whether that's through singing, through poetry, through playing an instrument, through learning a new instrument, who knows? There are lots of things that we could do, and that's wonderful. That's so nice to hear that you have that going on.
Thank you. And I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I just want to give a huge thank you from all of us at Campus Connect and, Durham District School Board at Home. I don't know how many people are going to view this. We could have thousands, but we're very grateful for your time today. So thank you.
My pleasure. It was wonderful speaking with you, and good luck. I'm wishing you a happy Hanukkah and a happy New Year.
Happy Hanukkah to you too. Is there another greeting that I can say other than Happy Hanukkah? Is there another way to do it?
You could say Chag Sameach. It means in Hebrew, happy holiday.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And thank you again so very much. It was
My
very
pleasure.
good to meet you.
Likewise, Paul. Thank you very much.
Thank you.